Howdy folks, and welcome back to Horizon Zero Dawn with the mighty Jingles. So we're heading to Pitchcliff in order to try to get the bottom of what appears to be the Oseram tribe's involvement in what seems to be shaping up to be an assassination attempt upon the life of the Kaja king. However, as you can see, Pitchcliff isn't exactly nearby, which means there are all kinds of opportunities for me to get into trouble along the way. And that's pretty much exactly what I'm going to be doing, but I have noticed a few markers on the map along the route that look kind of interesting. Although the majority of the terrain that I'm going to have to cover is completely undiscovered. Missed the weak spot on the back, hit the weak spot in its face. I'm just going to have to deal with a couple of machines on the way. I think these are tramplers. They're basically robot horses. I'm pretty sure I've got the override codes for these things, but whatever. I'm just going to shoot them and take their stuff. There are a couple of interesting map location markers nearby that I want to investigate. Machine site discovered, 5 Bellaback. That's one of them, but this corrupted zone, a new infected zone. This is what drew my attention. There's a handy campfire here I can use to quick save. Oh, that was a big nasty beastie, and I'm really not too sure about all this red shit on the ground. This is a fire Bellaback hunting zone that also happens to be in the middle of a corrupted zone, so those are corrupted fire Bellowbacks. It turns out these corrupted zones are a kind of area objective. Once you've cleared them of the corrupted creatures, they're no longer corrupted zones. They just go back to being regular, for example, in this case, fire Bellowback hunting grounds. Luckily, the fire Bellowbacks are not that difficult to take out because they've got this massive weak spot on their backs, which is full of stuff that burns very, very nicely. And it's not that difficult to target to hit because it's so big. Let's just encourage it to explode by shooting it again. There we go. Right. That hasn't cleared the corrupted zone yet. There's still a whole bunch of corrupted machines, but I don't think any more fire Bellowbacks, just these... what are they? Tramplers? It's going to be difficult to hit the weak spots from this kind of range, even with a precision arrow. I should probably try to sneak a little closer. 3 of them down there. That one will hold still. There we go. Weak spot sniped. Oh, the others are getting a bit skittish. It was worth a try. I just hit the wall in front of me. Oh god. Okay, fine. Starting to run a little low on arrows. Let's make some more. I'm not really seeing much in the way of long grass here that I can use to sneak up on them. Let's knock its armoured face shield off. Hold still. And straight in the front weak spot. Gotcha. Another one down there. And there we go. Corrupted zone complete. So, that was my first corrupted zone. It wasn't terribly difficult, but it wasn't just the fact that there was a corrupted zone here. There's also a vantage point here. Now, we've seen one of these before. They're a kind of window into the past, accessible via your focus. And the one that we've seen before was at the Mile High Stadium, or what used to be the Mile High Stadium in Denver, Colorado. And this is what we know today as the Red Rock Amphitheatre, although in the game's timeline it had been renamed to the Sterling Malkeet Amphitheatre.
Apaka Shitstorm Tour, Day 5. The Grey Swarms opened for Turtle Smash the night I OD'd here. Or so the police report said, anyway. I was 15 years old. When I woke in the hospital, 2 days later, your face was the first thing I saw.
Now that we know what this place actually used to be, if we kill the focus, you can still kind of see it. I'm actually standing in the seats right at the back of the amphitheatre. And the performances would have happened on the stage down there. Cool. Of course, none of this is getting me any closer to Pitchcliff, so I should probably knuckle down and crack on. Well, many hours of getting sidetracked and having a great time later. I'm still not really that much closer to Pitchcliff. But I've spotted something interesting. Those are seriously big buggers. They're too far. Look at the size of them, and they're too far away for me to scan with a focus. They are huge. But that's not the only thing. I hadn't actually noticed it the first time around. But the more observant among you may have seen something even bigger than them wandering past in the background. Yep, there's another tall neck over there.
Might regret this.
And since I have no maps of this area, getting that tall neck would definitely be on my priority list. But to get to the tall neck, I'm going to have to get through whatever the hell they are. First, I'm going to... I mean, look at the size of the things. Let's make sure I have plenty of arrows. Right. First order of business, get close enough to actually scan them and figure out where their weak spots are. Oh, and there's more lance horns as well. Okay. Nope, still too far away to scan. There's the tall neck. Alright, so I should probably deal with the lance horns first because they're going to be easier to kill. Or maybe I can... maybe I don't have to. Maybe I can just draw the attention of that big bugger away without alerting the lance horns. It's quite a patch of grass I can hide in. This is not it. It's a thunderjaw. Okay. It's got a radar on its back. It's vulnerable to tear blast arrows. Okay. Well, the thing about the tear blast arrow is it has an area of effect. You just have to kind of hit. I'm going to go for those missile launcher things. And then back off. There's some grass here I can hide in. Whoa, what the hell is that? Oh, what the hell was that? Oh, it's got some kind of cannon. Okay, I've knocked a missile launcher off its back. The radar's still intact. And it looks like it's got two of those Ravager cannons. If I can take the radar out. Yes. Yes. No. It's still there, but it's stopped rotating. Yeah, okay, we did take the radar out. That's good. So presumably it's just firing blind. Its alert indicator above its... oh no, it has turned red. It has seen me. Oh no. No. No, what the hell is that? Is it launching... that's not a rocket launcher on its back. It's launching drones. It looks like the drones hit you with some kind of targeting laser. I need to get rid of that. Nope, not quite enough. Hit it. Didn't knock it off. It looks like it launches drones into the air that paint you with a target laser and then basically kamikaze on your ass. It doesn't actually see me. It's firing... oh no, it does see me now. Okay, hit it with a tear blast arrow and I knocked a bunch of stuff off. Armor plates and hopefully Ravager cannons as well, but it's still got that drone launcher on its back. It doesn't seem to be in any rush to close in and engage me in melee combat, does it? And there's enough of a gap between its attacks that I can actually take the time to aim. Ow! Didn't realise there was another drone in the air. Oops. Okay, I'm actually burning through my health herbs here. Right, okay, come on. Wait a minute, hang on. That was a... yeah, okay, that's a drone. There was a sort of yellow laser blast. That's not Ravager cannons. You can see the sparks at its cheeks. We've knocked the Ravager cannons off. So what was the... oh, there's a drone. Hit it in the jaws and knocked some more armor plating off. But yeah, it had a pair of cheek-mounted Ravager cannons, and I had... what the hell is that? I don't know, but I'm going to shoot it and dodge out the way. And there's some kind of fuel canister on its hindquarters as well. Or at least what looks like a fuel canister. There, again. Oh, okay, that's bad. So, twin drone launchers, radar, twin Ravager cannons, and then some kind of... I don't even know what that mouth-mounted laser is. Oh, damn it, stay still. I want to shoot your weak spots. Oh, crap. Get out of there. It's launching drones again. I've done a lot of damage to it, though. It's almost down. I wonder if... come on. whatever that weapon is in its mouth, it doesn't appear that I'm able to actually knock it out. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to get in close and pinch it off with a spear. Or try to. Oh, no, you don't. Yeah. Rule number 1 when fighting dragons in World of Warcraft, don't stand behind them, they have tails. However, in the case of the Thunderjaw, if you stand underneath it, when it launches its drones, it kills itself trying to get you. So that was nice. Yeah, that thing was mean. But it dropped some good shit. Of course, there's another one, and a bunch of lance horns that I have to kill before I can actually get to that tall neck. Luckily, this Thunderjaw dropped something very useful. The very first shot I fired blew off one of those drone launchers. Turns out that it's actually called a disc launcher. And I can pick it up and use it. Now, I've never seen one of these things before, but if it's half as good as a Ravager cannon, I'm going to be very, very happy. And it is doing huge chunks of damage to that other Thunderjaw. In fact, the Thunderjaw is launching its own discs, and they're just kind of carpet bombing the area, doing further damage to the Thunderjaw itself, and also, because it's in the middle of all those lance horns, it's taken out all the lance horns around it. So I don't even have to kill the lance horns now. So, you know, that was nice. I'd like to say I planned that. But you all know I'd be lying. Anyway, I managed to get to the tall neck without too many problems, if you count having to clear an entire dig site full of Eclipse troops and the corrupted machines that they were raising, as not too much trouble. And then it was just a question of successfully jumping onto the back of the tall neck and then navigating my way up to its head. Each one of these is slightly different. Oh wait, there on its neck. There's my next handhold. And up onto the spines. Is there a... Yep, handhold on the other side of the neck. And then up to the head, onto the spines, and from there I should be able to make it to the access point. Get the spear ready, do a quick override, and Bob's your mother's brother. There goes the radar pulse. That's my map populated. Now get the hell out of here. Now that it realises it's been compromised before it blows me off the top. So, rappel down to the ground, and we're done. So that was relatively easy. I'm still absolutely nowhere near Pitchcliff, but at least now I've got some of the map filled in along the way. Several hours of gameplay later, I came across some more new machines, Tramplers. Okay, there's a Ravager there as well. The Trampler has got some huge weak spots.
You're not going to be the one to stop me.
Which I just managed to miss. The horns on the side of its head can be shot off. Oh, the Ravager's seen me. Okay, one Trampler down. Oh, here they come. Hasn't actually seen you though, so we're going to quickly take out the Ravager because it's the biggest threat from stealth. And the Tramplers, these are basically giant mechanical bulls, but you see that dodge? Yeah. Right there under its belly. Absolutely huge weak spot. Which explodes. So probably best not to engage it in melee, if you can possibly avoid it. And dodge, and yep, they squirt flames out all over the place, which is kind of nasty. But they're not that difficult to kill, provided you can just avoid their charge. And yeah, that. I'm going to try to hit that weak spot. There we go. They blow up spectacularly if you do manage to hit it. And dodge that. And give it a good smack with a happy stick. Not really trying to kill it here in close combat because, you know, it explodes violently when you do that. Oh, and dodge. Ideally, if you can hit these things, there it is. They do explode very, very nicely, but it's always best to try to finish them off from range. So, those are tramplers, another new machine. Some time, and many fruitful distractions later, I finally make it to Pitchcliff, where I'm going to meet up with Aaron, and hopefully get to the bottom of exactly what it was that happened to his sister Ursa.
This must be Pitchcliff. Murad's agent should be at the marketplace by now.
But wouldn't you know it, the guy that we're here to talk to isn't really in much of a condition to talk to anybody.
Has to be Murad's guy. Dervahl's thugs must have made him.
Maybe because he found something. Look at this. I think he drew a map with his own blood.
Right. Those kind of maps you know you better follow.
That might be Pitchcliff. He marked a spot to the north. Could be Dervahl's location.
My men are waiting outside of town. I'll grab them and meet you there.
Alright, we've got a plan. It's not much of one. Follow the trail of blood to the place marked X. But it's the only plan we've got, so it's going to have to do. And before too long, we hit pay dirt.
Machines. Looks like they've been chained up.
Dervahl's a tinker. He probably experiments on them or strips them for parts.
Maybe I can use them to make some trouble. I'll go in first. Hold off until the fighting starts.
All right. We've got your back.
So the plan here, aside from the obvious, kill all of the Oseram Outlanders and their captive machines, but I think what we're supposed to do here is sneak up to the captured machines, break their chains and release them, and then just watch the newly released machines do our work for us. But in practice it doesn't really quite work like that, because the machines can't tell the difference between friend or foe. As far as they're concerned, all humans are foes. And they just go for whoever the nearest human is. And if I'm the one that's just released them from their chains, guess who they're going to go for? In fact, as soon as Dervahl's men realise that they have infiltrators in the camp, the very first thing they do is release the machines anyway. So one way or another, you're going to have to start carving up machines. I could really use a Ravager cannon around about now, but no such luck. So we're going to have to do this the old-fashioned way. Anyway, cut a long story short, we kill everybody. But we still haven't seen any sign of Dervahl or Aaron's sister Ursa. And that's when things start getting a little bit more complicated.
Dervahl says you gotta eat dirt.
Spotted.
Okay, let's deal with the immediate problem first, the bad guy with the heavy weapon, and then figure out how we're going to get down the stairs into the cellar, which may be, if we're lucky, where Ursa is being held. But there's some kind of sonic defense system, although the guy with the big gun was immune to it. What's that in his ear?
They must use these to protect themselves from that awful sound.
Seems like a reasonable assumption to make. And having picked up the bad guy's seriously big gun, I thought that it would just be a simple case, now that I have the earplugs in, of bypassing the sonic defences, going down into the cellar and seeing what was on the other side of the door. And it probably should have been as simple as that, but this was just one of those situations where the game designers have got a way that they want you to do it, and if you don't do it their way, it's not going to get done. You must disable the sonic defences. I thought, okay, I'll just shoot at them. But apparently I was just thinking too much. That doesn't work. You disable the defences by walking up to them and clicking on them. Well, of course you do. Now that they've been disabled, Errand can enter the cellar with me because we only have the one set of earplugs. And wouldn't you know it, but the act of disabling the defences has also opened and unlocked the door at the bottom of the stairs. Like I said, you'll do it the way the designers wrote it, or you won't do it at all.
Ursa!
Aaron? Durval tried to break me. Shows what he knows.
I should have been with you. Why didn't you come for me? I know I'm a useless trunk, but...
No, idiot. I got a message from Durval saying he wanted to parlay. I didn't come for you because I knew it was a trap. I couldn't let you get hurt. Just didn't think it'd be that good a trap. Thought I could take him out. No. Now listen. Durval's planning something big in Meridian. He said he'd force Avad to watch as the smoke darkens their precious sun. Your king needs you. No more playing around. You're gonna have to grow up fast.
I will. I promise.
You damn well better, little brother.
Ursa. No, please. I won't let you down. I promise.
Aaron, I'm so sorry.
We've got to find Durval. But Meridian's a big place.
I'll look through his things. Maybe we can narrow it down.
So in all the time since Ursa was kidnapped and we assumed killed, she's been sitting in that cell with one of those sonic devices trained on her. The same kind of machine that Durval used to completely incapacitate her and her guards, and she's been suffering under its effects for days.
This machine's been picked apart with precision. What's Durval learned from all his tinkering? Do I even want to know? Durval's records, maybe. Just notes about crafting. Oh, and a letter tucked between the pages. Lots of blaze. Headed to Meridian. If we find it, I'll bet we find Durval too. I think I found something that can help. Let's head back to the palace.
Go. I won't be long, but I need to tend to my sister.
So Durval has something planned for the city of Meridian, and it involves lots and lots of flammables and explosives. Which leads on to the new main quest, The Sun Shall Fall. That does not sound good. Join me in the next episode when we find out exactly what Durval's plans are, and do our level best to put a stop to them. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and in the meantime, take care, and I'll catch you next time.